This is Kamala Quali. I'm an acupuncturist and a Qigong instructor. And today I'm going to show you a form called Tian, Shen, Ming, Gong. I'm in Truckee, California, and I'm near a beautiful neighborhood spot called the Glenshire Pond. So Tian, Shen, Ming, Gong is a very flowing form. I like to think of it as an ancient form of craniosacral therapy because, as you'll see, the flowing movements help open and massage the body and concentrate on the spine, creating movement, flexibility, and helping the energy and the fluid of the spine come into balance, and that helps the entire nervous system and brain. The words Shen Ming in the title mean spiritual brightness, and the words Tian Dao mean the way of the sun, the moon, and the stars. So the form is saying that by following the way of the sun, moon, and stars, we increase our spiritual brightness, which means clarity of mind and just an inner radiance in our life. In Taoist thinking, the lower part of the body, the lower abdomen, the waist, the legs, the feet, are called earth, because when we're standing, that's the part of us that is in contact with the earth. And symbolically, earth means embodiment and manifestation. The upper part of the body is called sky or heaven, because standing up, we're closest to the sky. And there's the imagery of being illuminated from above by the sun, moon, and stars. And the middle part of the body is called human being. And in this part of the body, we transform food and breath into energy or vitality. And it also is where our heart center is, which is our place of relationship, emotional awareness, and presence. So in this form, we're aligning our inner wisdom with our manifestation and our human beingness. The form has 3 parts. Each part is done 1, 2, 3, and then we repeat that sequence another 2 times. In the first part, we're balancing the relationship between wisdom and human beingness, relationship, presence. In the second part, we're working more strongly with opening through the solar plexus and the chest, so opening up our center of presence, emotional awareness, breath. In the third part, we balance between wisdom and embodiment, wisdom and manifestation, heaven and earth. So let's begin. We start out with our feet together. You can close your eyes, bring your awareness inside, let your arms feel long and your fingers feel extended. Be sure that your sternum moves up towards your chin so that your shoulder blades move down on your back. You want to feel a little bit of length through your neck, but your chin is down and the neck is extended as if there's a pull coming from above. So gravity holds you down. The gravity of the sun, moon, and stars pulls you up. Start out by feeling that sense of illumination from above. The energy and the sunlight come in with the breath through all your pores, entering through the top of the body and traveling all the way through, down through your feet and into the ground, rooting you below, and down through your arms, your hands, and your fingertips, and extending into the earth, the energy and light extending into the earth. So here we're settling into that feeling of earth energy and comfort in our body, feeling our embodiment. And when we begin, we inhale and slowly bring the arms up like you're bringing up that earth chi and inviting it to come into your center. Fingertips point towards the navel, sending the energy internal, and then you slowly rotate your arms forward, fingertips touch the horizon, palms fill with light, collecting the heavenly chi. Then bring that energy back into the navel, through your palms, and then down into the lower belly and dantian, And start a circular motion with your hands, and at the same time start to move from your tailbones. When starting this spinal movement, wave-like spinal movement, several times in one direction and several times in the opposite direction. You want to feel that spinal movement begin to open the spine, move up towards the shoulders and the head. And then rest for just a moment. Turn your hands. Inhale and bring some chi up. Come up on your toes. Scoot your heels out. Turn your palms over. Lower your heels and press down. Press down. Feeling a pull, a press, and almost a numbness in your hands, and then relaxing. Extending your fingers and your toes out. Pulling up the energy again. Inhale. Exhale. Gathering some chi, bringing it up a third time. Inhale. Exhale. When you finish, you want your legs to be shoulder width apart, a little more than shoulder width apart, really comfortably apart. You're resting into your knees and your legs. Your knees are pointing out over your toes. Your feet are either pointing straight forward, parallel, or a little bit in the shape of an A. So letting yourself relax. First of all, we start by gathering some energy. So one of the movements is gathering energy. This is called yin palm, because the yin side of the palms are facing each other, and it's a gathering movement. So you're feeling like you're massaging and gathering the energy in front of you. And you bring that energy around to the back, kind of into the hip joints, fanning it in like it's smoke, coming into the joints and into the whole tailbone area. And then you rest for one moment, let yourself feel centered. And now we're going to move into the first part, which is called balancing heaven and human being. So let your arms float up to the heavens, fingertips stretch up, and we do this gathering motion above. And the movement comes right from your tailbone and ripples up the spine. And from the spine to the shoulders, to your hands, to your fingertips, you want to feel like you're stirring the stars and gathering light and wisdom. And then you float your hands down and you wave that energy into the sacral area. So that's a cranial sacral. And now we do a clearing motion in front of our solar plexus and heart. Clearing motion is called yang palm because the back side or the yang side of your hands comes together. It's a clearing, like a swimming motion, and you want to feel that movement with your shoulder blades so that when I press out, I'm squeezing together my shoulder blades, and that opens my whole chest. And then I come back and bring it into the base. And then we do just the opposite. We clear the space above the top of the head, symbolically clearing any blocks to wisdom, clarity, alertness, awareness. And then we gather at the level of human being, nurturing our ability to create energy, to love, to breathe, to harmonize our relationships. Now we move directly into the second part, which is about nourishing and clearing the human being area of the body. So we start with the gathering movement, and I'm moving to the right. I'm keeping my right foot stationary, but I'm pivoting on my left toe so that I can twist. I get a spinal twist as far as is comfortable, twisting the spine, coming back, keeping gathering, this idea of gathering light and energy. And I turn around in as far as I can. And I come back. And this is just symbolic of collecting and gathering the beauty and the chi in all directions. I come back to the front. You want to feel that density and energy in your hands. And then you turn your hands over smoothly, and now we do the clearing movement. So we're clearing and moving from the solar plexus, massaging our organs of digestion, clearing any blocks to nourishment, to relationship, to presence, to love. And still, with that same working with human beingness, we start this motion with the hands. My right hand palm is up, my left palm is down, and I'm pressing and feeling like I'm collecting the chi. I'm touching the heaven and the earth, and my hands and my fingers are kind of combing through not only my energy field, but blending that heaven and earth energy, which is, it's always happening. But we're just symbolically blending it in us, that energy of wisdom, manifestation, loving kindness. When I get to the center, I turn my hands. Now my left palm is down, my right palm is up, and I continue again, first to the right, and then to the left. Men can start first to the left, and then to the right in these movements. The next part, which is still working on human being, is opening up the lungs. So in this movement, my right hand is next to my body, my left hand outside of it, and I'm bringing energy into the top of my chest, which is where the first point of the lung meridian is. And my image is that I'm like a piece of seaweed in the ocean. I'm breathing in energy and out, in and out, life force, 3 complete times. Letting that motion affect the flow of your whole body. And the 4th time, I put my fingers into my shoulders, grab my shoulders, and I tuck my chin into this nice little V, and that helps massage my thyroid gland, and I let myself uncurl the spine, letting the weight of the upper body pull me down. Breath is normal, natural. Breathing and holding in this position. For several breaths, and then slowly come up. Uncurling as if you're uncurling the spine from the bottom to the top. Letting your head come up last. Let yourself feel balanced. Some massage to the thyroid gland in the neck here. Now we're going to switch hands, do the same thing. Fourth time I hold my shoulders, tuck my chin, and curl down. Uncurling, inhale, come up. Let the arms float down. now we're going to do part 3, which is called Balancing Heaven and Earth, or which we can call Balancing Wisdom and Embodiment, or Wisdom and Manifestation. This is very similar to part 1. Allow your arms to rise up. Turn your fingers towards the sky. Start a movement that starts with your tailbone and moves all the way up your spine, ending in your fingertips, circling the heavens, asking for wisdom, guidance, and light, and then bringing that energy down and sending it into your base, your sacrum. Now we bend down and we clear a place in the earth. So with the clearing motion, and I'm inhaling and exhaling. When I exhale, I'm massaging my belly, which is my earth or my lower dantian. Bring the energy into the hips. And now the opposite. Clear the space above, clearing any internal blocks to wisdom and intuition. Bringing that energy into the hips. And then gathering below. The gathering motion and the same kind of breathing, massaging the belly. Gathering, nourishing earth energy. Sending it into the base. And rest. That completes one round of this form. And to do the entire form, you would repeat that whole sequence 2 more times. Now I'm going to show you how you close the form. So we're still in our horse riding stance. We do a movement that's called double dragon plays with the pearl. So we start with left hand up, right hand down, and we draw a straight line, like an infinite straight line, into the heaven and the earth, and then make a circle. So metaphorically, again, collecting the energy, the light, the healing medicine of all the directions. Bringing it down, we're creating a pearl. Pearl beyond price. Just feel that pearl. And then change the hands. Now we have the right hand up and the left hand down, making that circle into the straight line into the universe, and then circle, condensing the energy. And then we're going to take that energy, we're going to bring our hands out like this and up. And as we do, come up on our toes and in with our heels and bring the energy up, and then you're going to send it through you and bring your toes in. Settle the energy down. 2 more times. In with the heels. In with the toes. Kind of closing the energy field in the practice. Resting for a moment with your hands over your lower belly, allowing all of that information, that movement, that energy to settle into the body, creating vitality in the lower belly, like a center of vitality that gets brighter and nourishes our physical existence, our emotional health. And then rub your hands together vigorously, like you're vitalizing that energy from your hands. You're going to swallow that energy and gulp it down, send it down to the lower dantian. And then put your palms over your eyes, palming your eyes. And internally, with your lids closed, you're going to rotate your eyes together, first clockwise 9 times, and then counterclockwise 9 times. This helps Balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Relaxes the eyes and the brain. And then you take the rest of that energy, you wash your face, sending energy into your pores, so you're feeling like you're not only nourishing your skin and releasing worries and tension, but you're also closing your energy field, you're protecting yourself, and you're sending healing energy over your entire body. This would be a time, if you're working to heal a specific illness or problem in the body, that you would spend a little extra time there. You would let your hands be in that place and breathe and send energy there. We end with bringing the hands down the center line. Again, bringing the chi down, putting your hands over your belly, women right hand in, men left hand in, the other one on top. And again, breathe, relax. Let the energy consolidate in your core. And when you finish your practice, bow first to the universe and life itself. And then to that spirit and brightness in each other.